Hello, I'm Larry Meisel, and welcome to Confidence on Camera. This video is an edited version of a previous video which I uploaded to YouTube without any editing. I used the software program Filmora to automatically identify and remove awkward pauses and silences. I then experimented with making J-cuts and L-cuts to hide the jarring effects that result from moving my hands or repositioning my body. Let me know what you think about the transition between the clips. Please watch this and the first version of the video and let me know your constructive criticisms and reactions in the comment section. Hello, welcome to Confidence on Camera. I'm Larry Meisel, and in this video I'm going to be doing an impromptu response to one of these Confidence on Camera, one of these open-ended question prompt things. One of the things that I've become concerned with is that a lot of video editing programs, mine included, is that they include a feature that allows you to edit dialogue when people come up with naturally occurring pauses like I just did. And the software will cut out the pauses. But one of the problems that creates is a jump cut, where if you cut out a pause and from one clip to the next, person shifts their position or makes a gesture during the pause, then when you cut out the pause, the person is going to be in a different position. And so it's going to look really, really obvious and kind of jolting. So I'm trying to figure out a way to hide those cuts, make them seem like it's an uninterrupted monologue. And so what I'm going to do is in this video, I'm going to purposefully put in some obvious pauses and change my position, and then I'm going to take it to my editor and editing program editor. And I'm going to cut out the pauses while at the same time use the editing program to hide the jump cuts. I'm going to upload this video raw and unedited, take it to my editing software, cut out the pauses, see if I can hide the jump cuts, and then I'll upload the edited version so we can take a look at the comparison. So, if you are ready, let me get the timer back on my cell phone. There we go. Okay, there we go. Timer for 5 minutes. Take a look at one of the cards. Randomly, what are your biggest worries about the future? I've done a video on that already. Where would you like to travel? That's a pretty good topic. So, where would I like to travel? Well, actually, I've done most of my traveling in the United States. I did go to Ireland one time. And where would I like to go? Well, there's a story behind this. My wife and I, for her birthday, we used to go to a Braves game in Atlanta and buy really good club-level seats. And we did it once a year, and it was a tradition, and we really liked it. Now, if you go to the Braves' new stadium, because Major League Baseball games are now played in the evening. So they built this stadium with like almost no shade. So we go on Sunday afternoons when it's a matinee game so we can get home at a reasonable hour. So it's the middle of July for my wife's birthday. And we're sweating bullets and it's just miserable. We're out, it must be over 100 degrees. I'm not kidding. August in Atlanta, 100 degrees is easy. Put a heat sink of concrete stadium in it, and you're doing 100 degrees, no problem. And we're really miserably uncomfortable. So, in addition to Braves baseball, my wife also likes to travel. So I lean over to my wife and I say, hey, next year for your birthday, why don't we pick a city and we'll go to a bed and breakfast, which is one of the other things that she likes to do. So pick a city and we'll go to a bed and breakfast. I'm thinking Savannah, Charleston, maybe someplace on the Florida coast. Without skipping a beat, my wife says, London. I've been outside the country like only once, unless you include Canada. I'm going to a foreign country. We don't know the language. The customs are different. All the facilities are different, particularly the toilets. So I like my comfort. I like familiarity. And now I'm committed to going to London. We haven't gone yet. I'll let you know how it turns out. So that's not quite 5 minutes yet. Where else would I like to travel? Well, I grew up during the 60s and 70s, and so going to Vietnam would be exciting. It would be an even bigger challenge because the language is even more different, and the facilities and the entire culture, and it's like way different. That would be a challenge. But I'm curious, but it's a place I'm curious to get firsthand knowledge with, because I wasn't drafted during the Vietnam War. Well, that's another story. That's a story for another video. And let's see. So, but it's like takes forever to get there. So we'd have to make it a Southeast Asian trip. Like maybe Vietnam combined with Australia would be pretty cool. Thailand is another place. So that's a possibility. And I've become increasingly interested over the years in theology and comparative religious studies. So if I could be convinced that it could be that I wouldn't die in the process, I'm afraid of the terrorism, but I'd love to go to the Holy Land, Israel, Palestine, Jordan, Lebanon. That whole Middle Eastern area is so rich with culture and origins of our civilization. We use our calendars. We mark time now by BCE, before the Common Era, and CE, the Common Era. And it used to be BC and AD, and it's now more politically correct. But we mark time by the birth of Christ. The entire globe is on the BCE, CE standard. So that's and in that area, I guess also Greece and Turkey would also be like a really cool trip to see where our civilizations came from. So that's about all. I hope that this has been not too excruciating for you, and I hope that we'll be able to look back on this and learn from the experience. I'm going to learn from experience and gaining more confidence just from the experience. And hopefully you'll get something out of it by looking at my awkwardness and increasing your own self-confidence that if I can, you can. And also noticing things that I do that you do differently, coming up with your own ideas for your own style. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I'm going to stop. I'm going to upload. I'm going to edit. I'm going to re-upload. So be curious. Curiosity, wonder, create. Be curious, wonder, create, and grow. May all your ups and downs have only soft landings.